So after the breakdown of gold standard system, see, after the breakdown of gold standard system, the world monetary system was in a very chaotic position. Okay, we know that gold standard was prevalent only till First World War. So after gold standard was abolished, okay, then how countries could determine their exchange rate? Okay, so world monetary system was put in a very chaotic position. Therefore, policy makers of US, UK, and other allies initiated with the process of reviving and restructuring the world monetary system. Because gold standard was abolished, so how to determine the exchange rate, etc. All these questions were very important, no? Because international trade should happen, and for that there should be exchange rate. No? How one country's currency can be exchanged for another country's currency. So after the breakdown of gold standard, monetary system was in a very chaotic position. Therefore, US, UK, like big countries and their allies initiated with the process of reviving and restructuring the world monetary system. We know that USA, UK, these two are the developed countries, so they took the step to restructure the world monetary system as it was urgently required. Okay, to revamp the economies after the destruction caused by World War II. Okay. So, in July 1944, remember this term, July 1944, representatives of 44 major economies met at Bretton Woods, a town in Hampshire in US. So in July 1944, representatives from 44 major countries came to Bretton Woods. Bretton Woods is a town in Hampshire in USA. For what purpose they came? To finalize the new system for currency valuation. How to determine the exchange rate between the two countries. Okay. So remember, Bretton Woods is a place. It is in Hampshire in USA. Okay. And Bretton Woods system or Bretton Woods conference, you can say it is a conference in which representatives from 44 major economies came for discussing the new system for currency valuation. And this Bretton Woods conference took place in July 1944. So this you should remember. Bretton Woods conference in 1944. 44 countries representatives were present in that conference, and that conference took place in Bretton Woods, Hampshire, USA. For what purpose? For currency valuation purpose. New system of currency valuation. After the breakdown of gold standard. In Bretton Woods conference, two important institutions were established. This is very important. In Bretton Woods system, two multilateral institutions were established. One is the IMF, International Monetary Fund. Everybody note and keep. IMF is standing for International Monetary Fund, and another is the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. It is popularly called as World Bank. Okay. So first purpose of Bretton Woods was to finalize a new system for currency valuation, and in that conference only they created two new institutions, multilateral institution, which is IMF and IBRD, World Bank. These two names you might have heard frequently. IMF, International Monetary Fund, and another is the IBRD, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. World Bank. So World Bank main objective was to give finance for rehabilitation of war damaged economies. So World Bank gives loan to countries, underdeveloped countries, etc. So India also takes loan from World Bank, etc. So these two organizations were created in which conference? You should remember it was established or created in Bretton Woods Conference in 1944. International Monetary Fund and IBRD, also called as World Bank. So write and keep these abbreviations: IMF, International Monetary Fund; IBRD stands for International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, also called as World Bank. Objective of World Bank was basically to provide finance for rehabilitation of war damaged economies at that time. But nowadays it is giving loan to all the underdeveloped countries, etc., for their development purpose. Okay, so this much everybody understood. What is a Bretton Woods Conference? We'll understand in brief what was the features of the Bretton Woods Conference. See, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, finalized the fixed exchange rate system. So, in Bretton Woods Conference, which system was finalized? Fixed exchange rate system, also called as Bretton Woods system. Okay, so after the gold standard, with the system which came for exchange rate determination is known as Bretton Woods system. Okay. The dollar standard and introduced the same in 1946. Okay, so gold standard was abolished in First World War. Then new system which came is known as Bretton Woods system, which was a fixed exchange rate system. And also you can call it as a dollar standard. Earlier it was gold standard. Now the new system which was finalized in Bretton Woods, it is a dollar standard. Okay. Now let us understand what was the main features or highlights of a Bretton Woods conference. In Bretton Woods conference, US dollar was given a status of universal reserve asset. Now in gold standard, what we understood, every country's currency was linked to gold price. Okay. Every country's currency was linked to gold price. But in Bretton Woods system, gold price was only linked to dollars. Okay. Now there is a shift. Instead of valuing each country's currency in terms of gold, here US dollar and gold was linked to each other. Okay. So that's why US dollar was given the status of a universal reserve asset in addition to gold. Okay, so USD was given the status of universal reserve asset in addition to gold. Means countries could issue currency notes against reserve basket containing both gold and USD. Okay, so just understand this much. In Bretton Woods conference, US dollar was given the status of a reserve. Okay. Universal reserve asset in addition to gold. Now, main important thing of Bretton Woods conference was fixing the value of gold in USD. Just now we have understood now in gold standard, each country's currency was linked to gold, but in Bretton Woods, US dollar was linked to gold. Value of USD was fixed at 1 ounce of gold equal to 35 US dollar. So 1 ounce of gold, if country is having, any country is having, for that they could exchange $35. Okay. If the country is having 1 ounce of gold, So if a country wants dollar, so if country is having, suppose let us example 1 ounce of gold, so against that they will get $35. So this is a very important point in Bretton Woods conference. Okay, so right hand hit in Bretton Woods conference, 1 ounce of gold was fixed at $35. Okay. So 1 ounce of gold is equal to $35. Then very important thing was that unconditional guarantee by US Federal Reserve Bank. In this Bretton Woods conference, the federal bank, that is a central bank, like we say, in India. So likewise, US Federal Reserve Bank made an unconditional guarantee to buy or sell unlimited quantity of gold at a fixed price. This was a very big guarantee given by US Federal Reserve Bank. We will see later on why Bretton Woods conference collapsed also. In this conference, the US bank made a very unconditional guarantee that we will buy and sell unlimited quantity of gold at the fixed price. So any country can sell gold and they against that they can take fixed reserve. Any quantity they will buy and sell. This was a statement given by US Federal Bank at that time. So these two are very important thing which you should remember. One is the linking of gold with the US dollar and unconditional guarantee made by US Federal Bank to buy and sell unlimited quantity of gold. Okay. So every country, if they are having a good gold reserve, it will be treated as equivalent to having a US dollar. Okay, because US dollar is the very important currency because all the exchange transaction will take place through US dollar only between all the countries. Okay, so if you are having a gold, it is as good as you are having a dollar. You sell the gold, you will get the dollars. And this guarantee was also given by US Federal Reserve Bank that you sell us unlimited quantity, we will buy it at a fixed price. This was known as gold convertibility clause. Okay. So if India requires some amount of US dollar, they could sell that much amount of gold, and for that they will get the dollars. Gold can be easily converted into dollars. And this guarantee was given by US Federal Bank also that we will sell and buy unlimited quantity of gold at a fixed price. What was the fixed price? $35. So this price was fixed. Okay. One ounce means 28.35 grams. Okay. So 1 ounce means 28.35 grams. Okay. So approximately you can remember 29 grams like that. So if any country is having 29 grams of gold, for that they can get 35 US dollars. This was the fixed price between dollars and gold. A very important thing. In gold standard, every country used to link gold with their currency. In gold standard, we have seen India also linked their currency with gold. US also linked their currency with gold, and based on that, we determine the exchange rate. Gold standard, no? Just now we understood. No? So 1 gram of gold in India, 1,000 rupees. And similarly, 1 gram in USA will be $20. So we can determine the US dollar will be 50 rupees in gold standard. But in Bretton Woods system, no other country was required to value its currency in terms of gold. Why? Because already US was treated as a universal reserve. US dollar was treated as a universal reserve. Okay. And US dollar, 1 ounce of gold was is equal to 35 US dollars. And now what you can do? Now just the countries need to have gold. So if they are having gold, they could get the US dollar against it. So this under Bretton Woods conference, no other country was required to value its currency in terms of gold because gold price was fixed with US dollar. Okay, so if you are having gold, it is as good as you can get dollars. No? So no need of linking every country's currency with gold price. Okay, this was one thing which you should remember. Value of each currency was fixed against US dollar. Okay, the concept of valuing one currency in terms of another is called pegging. So right and keep valuing one currency in terms of another is called pegging, and the multiple is called parity. So thus all the world currencies were linked to US dollar in terms of parity rate, which was already linked to gold. Okay. See, very interestingly said. Par value mechanism, how it was there, three-way relationship was there between gold and US dollar and individual currency. So gold, you can say, was a medium between the currency, other currencies, and US dollar. Okay. So now international vehicle currency means, remember, which currency is used, by all the countries for doing international transaction. That is vehicle currency. Vehicle currency, remember, it is US dollar, because we are saying that transactions take place between different countries in US dollar. So it is a vehicle currency. So in which you could make payments or accept payments internationally. It is called vehicle currency. So US dollar is the vehicle currency. But at that time, in Bretton Woods system, gold was also one of the vehicle currency. Just now we are discussing that only. That if you are having gold, it will be treated as equivalent to US dollars only. So at that time, international payment could be made either in gold or US dollar. Okay. Suppose there is a transaction between India and Germany. Let us understand at that time. So India is buying goods from Germany. And if it will give gold also, they will accept because they can later on convert it to US dollar. Because US Federal Bank has made a guarantee, given a guarantee that we will buy unlimited gold and give the dollars to the countries. Okay, at that time it was there. But nowadays, you remember, US dollar is the vehicle currency because all the transactions take place in US dollars only. And it is a freely convertible currency also. Okay, so officially, dollar became international reserve currency and vehicle currency. Vehicle currency means which can be used for cross-border payments. Okay, suppose if there is a transaction between India and Russia, let us understand. So India is buying goods from Russia. India cannot give rupees to Russia because rupees is not convertible to Russian currency. So if transaction has to take place, India should pay some common currency. So it will pay dollars because dollar is convertible to all currencies. Okay. So that's why we will say that US dollar is a vehicle currency. Vehicle currency means a currency which could be used for cross-border transactions. Similarly, if India is selling goods to some other country, okay, they will not accept other countries' currency because it is not convertible. So dollar will only be the medium of exchange. Okay. Okay. So now today we'll stop here. In the next class, we will understand why the Bretton Woods system collapsed. Okay.